Something kind of nuts so happened yesterday.
What happened?
I may have scared the absolute shit out of Leah
Okay.
by accident. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I was with my buddies, and you know how sometimes you're with your boys, and they just do something,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to go through like a general consensus of like if we should do it or not. It just kind of just happens. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's the boys. So we were out and like we were like, hey, we should get some lunch, and I was like, yeah, I'm down to get some lunch, and I realized, oh, I don't have any medicine, but my place is way far away from where we were, but Leah's place is right around the corner. So I was like, do you mind if we stop by Leah's place and I'll go grab my medicine? They were like, yeah, and they know Leah,
Yeah.
and so I got out of the car and they were like, wait, can we go say hi? And I was like, yeah, of course you can come say hi.
Yeah.
I'll reiterate. The agreement was that they would come in and say hi.
Yes.
So we walk up to the door, and my friend is about as tall as you. He's like 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in there. And he goes, hey, Christian. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And he grabs me and throws me over his shoulder. And he turns and goes, you're in a coma. And I was like, okay. And I just flopped.
Well, of course you played along.
Of course. You can't just be like, no, I'm not, and then get down. You commit to the character.
Yes, and.
Yes, and. And that's so funny because that comes back later. So Leah doesn't come to the door.
Yeah.
Leah's roommate comes to the door.
Yeah.
And Leah's roommate thought I was her ex-boyfriend because I looked like somebody different when I'm slumped over somebody's shoulder.
Yeah, you look a little different when you're in a coma.
When you're in a coma, yeah. So she goes, what the fuck? And my friend goes, where's Leah? And she was like, I in her room taking a nap? And he was like, Christian's in a coma. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, yo. It's
at that point that I knew that maybe this had escalated a bit beyond what we had intended, which is, to say hello.
Yeah, to say hello. That was it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hey, man, she's asleep. Let's not wake her up with this information.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's cool. And then we walk in and I go in and say hi to Leah. And she screams because I woke her up from her nap. And like I do this all the time. I scare the shit out of her. She can't wake up normally.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to blame her for me scaring the shit out of her by waking her up in a creepy way. But
Yeah.
I always, for some reason, walk in and I go, hey, Leah. Because I'm trying to be quiet. But in her head, it's like she's about to get murdered. And she goes, ah!
Yeah, murderers are always very respectful of the fact that you're napping. So if a murderer sneaks into your room, expect them to whisper. Definitely.
Hey, wake up. I've got a knife.
If it's a murderer, why are they going to wake you up?
Because where's the satisfaction in killing someone when they're asleep?
Right? That's what I say.
Yeah, that's what... Yeah, okay, anyway. So, so I wake her up. She screams. She comes out. She did not know they were there. And she comes out and she goes, oh, like she didn't know that there were two people in her house.
Yeah.
And then her roommate is like, what the fuck is going on? And it is like the most chaotic thing of like, and I'm sorry, I was in a coma, and I was like, but I wasn't in a coma, and like,
but I'm better now.
I woke up, and then her other roommate comes out and goes, "What the fuck is going on? Who is in our apartment?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I was in a coma, and now I'm up. I'm better now." And I remember just everybody just going, "Wait, let's just fucking calm down," because there are two strangers.
Those are the best moments, is when, as a collective group, everyone in the room goes, okay, let's calm down.
Calm down. Let's stop for 5 seconds. And then, like, the most awkward introduction of people happens. Like,
by the way, this is my friend. This is Jerry.
Hi, this is my friend. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, okay, hi, this is Leah's roommates. These are Leah's roommates. Hello, everybody meets. And, yeah, man, just want to throw that out there. If your boy suggests something, think about it for 5 seconds. And like, yes, it's good to commit to a bit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's when the best bits happen. But just like in your head, be like, okay, what if this goes south? Like, what if this doesn't go well? And I went over there again later that night, and Leah was like, so do you want to talk about what the fuck happened this afternoon? And I was like, yes.
No.
I said, no.
Oh, really?
I said, yes, and. And my, like, Leah's roommate is in improv, and she was like, damn it, he's right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another hearty episode of Anything But Politics. As always, my name is Jim Altman, and I'm here with
Christian Rollman.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody.
How you feeling today, Christian?
I'm feeling great.
I'm feeling good. Today's adjective was hearty, by the way.
Ah, I love that place.
It's a hearty episode.
Yeah. Why?
Like a nice hearty soup.
Do they sell soup?
Hardee's?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know they sell tacos in some places.
They do not.
They do, because I worked at Hardee's and someone came in and was like, hey, is this one of the ones that you guys sell tacos? And I was like, there's no place ever that we have ever sold tacos. This is Hardee's. He was like, no, you do sell tacos sometimes. And I was like, I work here. We do not sell tacos. There is zero taco.
I've never sold a taco in my life.
Yeah, I was like, definitely not. Definitely not. He was like, well, you do. And I was like, well, we don't here, so no. And I was like, what a moron. And then I was like, I went to a coworker and I was like, some dude tried to tell me that we sell tacos. And they were like, no, but they do over on whatever street. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, there's a Hardee's that sells tacos over there.
I'm sorry. All respect to Hardee's, but like, they can't have good tacos.
No, that's why no one's ever really heard of them.
Unseasoned ground beef and just the rest of the shell of sour cream. That can only be what it is.
That's probably what it is. Also, like, don't try to break into the taco market. It is fully cornered. There is one establishment that has a monopoly on fast food tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't even try. Why would anybody try?
I don't know.
Sure as hell not going to be Hardee's.
And I'm sure that you can't offer it for like the same price and quality that like Taco Bell could.
No. You know what it probably is?
What?
They're just trying to find something that they're good at.
Who?
They're not really good at anything. So they're trying tacos and they're trying flu shots.
Stop. I'm not sure I've ever eaten at a Hardee's. Ever.
Word? What?
What? Is that uncommon?
No, that was my shit back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they like a burger kind of place?
They do burgers. They do really good sandwiches. Like, their burgers aren't great, but like, I'm thinking of somewhere else. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking of Arby's for some reason. That used to be my shit also until I got food poisoning. But no, Hardee's is really good. Like, and honestly, what they were great at was value. Like, this was their thing back in the day. They had really good breakfast at a really good value and really good lunch at a really good value. They're not a dinner place. But, like, you could get a biscuit. They had, like, sausage biscuits for, like, 69 cents. Definitely not anymore. But, like, there was a deal where if you got you could get 2 sausage biscuits for $1.50.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was popping. But it wasn't like great. Like, you're not going to get great food from Hardee's. They don't do great things. They just are cheap and easy and fast.
You know what I find odd?
What's that,
I would
Jim?
almost say that like 2 sausage biscuits for $1.50 isn't the world's best deal. It's not crazy. Pretty average kind of deal.
It would be now, but no, back then, not really.
But for some reason, 4 sausage biscuits for $3 sounds...
That's nuts.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
Why does that sound nuts? It's the same ratio.
It's the same deal.
It's the same deal. But like that just sounds so much better. Like so much more food for like $3.
Just like it sounded nuts when I saw that these were selling for $1 or 5 for $5. And the 5 for 5 sounded better for some reason when it was the same. And so I was like, oh, hell yeah, 5 for 5, I'm definitely going to do that. And then I realized that they're just $1.
Dude, that's marketing, isn't it?
Yeah, facts. Marketing's crazy, man.
5 for 5. Oh, hell yeah. How much were they? They were $1.
Oh.
Okay, so today we wanted to look at another subreddit. This is our meta. I think this is our current meta.
Yeah, that's what we're really into right now.
Yeah. We're going to be looking at the r/Today I Learned subreddit. And trying to see if, 1, we already knew some of these things, or 2, if today we learned some things.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Ad blockers, please do your job.
The first one that I read, which me and Christian have already kind of talked about, was the fact that today I learned that the candy Sugar Daddy sounds like it has an unfortunately suggestive name. But they actually changed it to that in 1932. They were introduced in 1925 as Papa Suckers. I did not know this.
Stuck with it.
This is new information.
I think that's a great marketing campaign. I think they should have stuck with it. Papa Suckers? Hey. Now that I'm like really thinking about it, what were they trying to, like, what does that mean? Why would they call it Papa Suckers? Like, what were they trying to accomplish with that name?
Papa Suckers.
What was
Suckers
their angle?
For Papa. Maybe they were trying to market to dads. I don't know.
Perhaps. That's a good... These are the things that it's literally just fucking caramel on a stick, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Suckers for dad. Yeah. So, okay, when you're coming up with a name for a thing, it goes through very many hands.
Yeah.
How did it get through so many hands that information was even public?
Every single hand it went through belonged to a dad, so they were like, oh, Papa Suckers.
Papa Suckers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it got to one dude who was like, hey, it sounds like we want people to suck off their dad. Like, I don't know if this... And everyone before was like, oh my God.
I personally think they should go back to it. I personally think they should do a marketing campaign where they bring sugar daddies back to Papa Suckers. Because, like, Daddy Kink is in the mainstream very hard right now.
Yeah, I said it earlier. It's like, whoever made Papa Suckers was like, hey, Papa Suckers is too sexual. Let's make it sugar daddies. And then the world took that and was like, hey, let's make sugar daddies more sexual.
Yeah.
That's how we get around that. And now, yeah, I would say sugar daddy is honestly more sexual than Papa Suckers.
Really?
I don't know. It's a hot take.
Okay, let me hit you with this. Today I learned that Jonah Hill was only paid $60,000 to appear on The Wolf of Wall Street. With the studio using his desire to work with Martin Scorsese as leverage to pay him the lowest fee possible, whereas Leonardo DiCaprio, who also produced the film, was paid $10 million.
Hey, that's so fucked. Very on brand for the movie, though.
Oh yeah, very on brand for the movie.
Dude, that's nuts. 60,000? That's so little. Yo, but speaking of, this is something I learned yesterday. Speaking of people getting grossly underpaid, this one is on the dude's fault. Like, this is this guy's fault. Do you know who Odell Beckham Jr. is?
No, but the name sounds familiar.
He's a football player, and I think I'm saying his name correctly. And if I'm not, then I'm gonna get absolutely flamed. But that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's something on along those lines. Anyway, he wanted his paycheck in Bitcoin, and so they were like, okay, sure, you get your year pay in Bitcoin, and it was like, I forget. He's a star, so it was a lot of money. It was like several $1 million for that year, and so he took that, and it was at its peak. It was at like 68K.
Yeah.
And then it dropped 50%, but he still had to pay taxes on the original income because you have to pay taxes on what your paycheck is. So he had to pay
Yeah.
taxes on the $69K, but only received like half of it.
Damn.
And then the taxes took way, way more. So he ended up making like $30,000 to play professional football as a starter. It's nuts. So don't do that, people. It's a pretty dumb thing to do.
Top comment was, someone said, I remember that Jeff Daniels was asked, between he and Jim Carrey, who was dumb and who was dumber?
Mm.
And he said something along the lines of, well, Jim was paid $7 million and I wasn't, so you tell me who's dumber.
Damn.
Brilliant answer on Jeff Daniels' part.
He's a brilliant person.
Oh my god, I have one. Today I learned that someone translated Dracula into Icelandic. And it took over 100 years for anyone to point out that in doing so, he completely made a fanfic rewrite of what he wanted the story to be. When it was released, everyone who read Icelandic that read this was like, oh yes, finally, this is Dracula. It's been translated so I can read it. This is what this is. It took over 100 years for anyone to be like, the Icelandic translation is not Dracula.
So it took over 100 years for someone to know two different languages.
For a bilingual motherfucker to be like, yes, the story of... Because there's so many niche things here. You need to be able to speak Icelandic and any other language.
Anything else.
And want to read Dracula.
Twice.
Once, you have to know the actual story in full. And two, you have to read the Icelandic version. Honestly, I get why it took over 100 years.
Honestly, I'm amazed it didn't take longer. I just went Italian. I just said, that's the fucking crazy. Whoa. What? All right, here we go. Today I learned that Shia LaBeouf came under heavy fire for plagiarizing his directorial debut in 2012. When he publicly apologized to the original artist, Dan Close, people discovered that Shia's apology was itself plagiarized verbatim off a Yahoo Answers post from 2010.
The apology was plagiarized?
The apology was plagiarized. So he plagiarized off some dude and then was like, I'm sorry, and gave a full apology, and the apology was also plagiarized.
Off of a Yahoo answer?
Yeah, a Yahoo Answers.
Are you telling me
post from
Shia the Beef Googled? Yep. He was like, how do I apologize? What's a good apology?
Yeah, that's some Mark Zuckerberg type shit.
Yeah, that's some WikiHow Mark Zuckerberg type shit.
Yeah.
Is how to apologize. Takes Yahoo
how do
answer.
I apologize? Yeah, that's nuts. Good job, Shia. He is one of the most like controversial. I don't know. He's such an icon.
Yeah.
But he's done so much bad shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Anywho.
Let me hit you with this. Today I learned that NASA only uses 15 digits of pi for calculating interplanetary travel. Pi has an infinite number of digits. NASA only uses the first 15 to calculate interplanetary travel. I'm so sorry.
59265.
I'm sorry, I have to move a little bit.
You good?
I have to stand up. My balls.
What did you do to your balls?
They're in the most uncomfortable position.
How long have they been like that?
Just like the last 30 seconds, but like, if I don't know if you can see it in the video, but like I've been trying to adjust, but like every time I try it hurts. So like I need to stand up.
Dude, have you ever adjusted to a more uncomfortable position?
Yes, I've been doing it for the past 30 seconds.
It's like, I need to fix. I
was trying to like not make it. I've tried to not make it super apparent, but like it just got to a point where like any minor shift in movement hurt.
You're just bread tying them.
Yeah.
Like, just twisted them around.
Oh god, it was so bad. I was like, I need to move. I was like, this is bad.
You stand up and they just like Just
like take off like a helicopter.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Anyway,
to continue.
today I learned that Jim was in a really uncomfortable position with his balls. That's what I learned today.
The thing about this is that at 40 digits, if you were to use just 30 more digits, no, that's not true, 25 digits, math. At 40 digits, you could calculate the circumference of a circle the size of the visible universe to an accuracy equal to the diameter of a hydrogen atom.
You're giving me such sciencey ones. I didn't go to college. What does that mean?
It means that at 40 digits, essentially, they could calculate the landing position of a rocket interplanetary. They could land on Mars and calculate the landing position of the rocket up to a fraction of a millimeter.
Wow.
They could know, but they opt to only use 15 digits.
Wow, that's nuts.
Otherwise, where's the fun, right?
That is crazy. Hey, today I learned that fish eggs can survive and hatch after passing through a duct, providing one explanation of how seemingly pristine, isolated bodies of water can become stocked. Oh my god! After providing one explanation of how seemingly pristine, isolated bodies of water can become stocked with fish. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
How'd they find that out?
Yeah, how did they know that,
It had passed through a duct.
How did they know that fish had been duck poop before?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
What were they doing?
They
What
had
were they
a
doing
duck.
with that duck?
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'll tell you the story. There was
Were you part of the experiment?
There was a rich man,
Uh-huh.
and he had a fondness for exotic animals.
Sure.
He had a pet
Ducks.
alligator, he had a pet ostrich, and he wanted a pet duck, so he got one. Named it Richard Ducksworth.
It's a great name for a duck.
Huh?
It's a great name for a duck.
Dick Ducksworth? Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah, really good.
he got a little top hat. So this is a million. Yeah, no,
Okay.
both matching. So this is a bougie pet. So he only fed his pet duck the best things like caviar. And upon eating the caviar, the duck went swimming in a pond that was entirely clean of anything else, so that the duck could have the most pure swimming experience. Well, then a week or two later, the guy looked in the pond and found that it was populated with fish. I put money on that being how it happened.
I mean, honestly, I thought you were just telling me how it happened.
No, that's exactly how it happened.
I thought that was real.
Yeah, which one of us went to college? Me acting like I didn't go for one semester?
Yeah, but that's you learned the duckfish story in the first semester.
That's the only thing I learned, actually, in college.
It's all college taught me.
I don't like that.
Huh?
Okay, so there are two things here. One, I don't know how true this is. Is this true?
I don't know.
Assuming this is true, today I learned that Dolly Parton sleeps in makeup and then washes it off in the morning. Just in case she has to go out in the middle of the night if a disaster strikes.
For sure, you are not supposed to do that. That is so bad for your skin. Makeup, period. Like, a lot of makeups are really bad for your skin. But to sleep in it is so bad. Dude, how often is she cleaning her pillows?
Probably often. I imagine she puts on this makeup directly before bed. I don't think she, leaves her makeup on. Because, Dolly has to take care of her skin. She's Dolly Parton.
She doesn't have to. She wears makeup. Sorry. No, but I mean, why would she take it off right before bed and then put more on? She probably just leaves it on. Because she has such good makeup job that it's good at staying. She's also probably a back sleeper. I know a lot more about Dolly Parton now than I did 25 seconds ago. Dolly Parton probably sleeps on her back.
I have one that's awesome.
Yeah.
Non-political news. I know we'll get to this segment later. But today I learned that in 2019, a man robbed a bank, exited the bank, threw the money into the street, and shouted "Merry Christmas." He then went to Starbucks where he waited to be arrested.
Here's the thing.
Yeah?
Like, my money is in a bank. I assume your money is in a bank.
Yes and no. It's how banks work. The second you put your money into a bank, it's no longer your money.
Yes, I know. It's true. But you're basically you are giving them money for an IOU for the same amount of money.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, it's
you
like,
could pick up the money off the street, and that is not collecting on your IOU. You could still then withdraw your money.
Really?
Yeah.
What if the bank has no more money?
It's insured up to $200,000.
Oh, that's
FDIC.
true. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Well, then you know what? Fucking good for that guy. What a man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas, dude. That's sick.
Oh, he looks like Santa.
Hey, what's the arrest? Like, how much do you? Well, he does look like Santa. What do you get arrested? How long do you go to jail for something like that?
I don't know. This was in England. In a particularly festive gesture, the passers-by are reported to have scooped up all the money from the street and taken it back into the bank. Very wholesome.
Is that wholesome? Because that means he just went to prison for nothing.
Did he rob a bank then? Like, do you think he was like in his trial and someone kicks out in the door and they're like, "Wait! They brought the money back." And he's like,
Everyone
"What?"
brought the money
It's
back.
like they undid his crime.
Nothing happened. Literally, he didn't do anything.
Legally, nothing happened.
Yeah. Also, can a bank choose not to press charges?
I don't think it's a thing where the bank presses charges. I think it's just like, hey, you robbed a bank.
Right. Yeah, no. I know that like you don't get arrested because the bank was like, hey, they robbed us and we want to press charges. But can a bank be like, hey, don't worry about it?
We got the money back.
Yeah. Let him go. Or is it like out of the bank's control?
I think it's out of the bank's control, honestly.
Think so? It's just law.
Yeah.
Mm.
My thing is, okay, do you press the button, Christian? There's no button here, but
No.
Would you pocket some of the money? Because tell you what, you're not stealing.
No.
You're not robbing the bank. The bank's
No.
been robbed by that
Correct.
guy. That guy robbed the bank. Now
Yeah.
there's just money on the ground.
Right, but here's the thing. Like, when somebody drops money on the ground,
That's their money, though.
okay? Somebody steals someone's money,
Uh-huh.
and then the person who stole it drops it on the ground.
Yes, but it's not a person. It's a bank. And the money's insured. I don't care about corporations or banks. I don't care about institutions. I have no sympathy for the white wigs.
All right. So can you admit it is...
Wrong? Yeah.
Yeah, can you admit it is somewhat ethical but not moral? Or vice versa? Whichever one makes
Yes.
sense. Which one? Would it be...
One,
It's
I'm
ethical.
not sure. And two, hey, those that listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I want to definitely apologize for the fact that you might not visually see. I'm eating my dinner right now. So if you hear my mouth full of food, I definitely
It's pizza.
apologize. I apologize for that.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Welcome to Anything But Politics.
What if we did one episode where we just whispered?
I'm sorry. They're
You're
fruit
okay.
slices. They're fruit slices. The candy, not actual fruit slices. This week in non-political news, this just in, small podcasts based out of North Carolina and Tennessee are sponsored by Audible.
What?
Did you know that?
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that watchers of what podcast is this?
Hold on. Anything But Politics.
Are you telling me that listeners of the Anything But Politics podcast can go to audibletrial.com/ABP and get a 1-month free subscription to Audible and a credit for any audiobook of their choosing?
That's what the New York Times says.
That is ridiculous. What a steal. What an amazing deal that is.
That's a great deal.
Tell you what, I'm definitely going to have to take up that. Are you looking at the camera?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to, guys, we are I think legally we have to break character to say, hey guys, we're sponsored by Audible. We want to thank them for sponsoring our podcast and today's episode. Everything I've said is true. You can go to audibletrial.com/ABP. The link is on the screen and in the episode description if you want to click that. You'll get a 30-day free trial and a credit for any audiobook of your choosing. Right now, I'm only about halfway into the book I mentioned last time, The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. I've been listening to that, and I've also been listening to a podcast on Audible. Audible has podcasts as well.
Sick.
I'm listening to my favorite... I have a new favorite podcast. No, I have different categories. One is the Magnus Archives. It's my favorite fictional podcast.
Yes.
I'm kind of like... Can I say balls deep in an ad? I'm balls deep in that podcast.
You say whatever you want.
It's so good. Can't say anything I want. But, no, I think you guys should definitely take advantage of that and support the show by doing that, because it's a whole lot of fun. And, if you want to think New Year, New Me, you can look at over the thousands of titles over on Audible for self-help and goals and such stuff like that. You have a book you want to read? What book is that?
Do they have Dr. Seuss?
I'm almost sure they have Dr. Seuss.
I want to read Dr. Seuss.
Let me check right now.
Preferably.
Green Eggs and Ham, preferably?
Yeah, the story of a chef who...
Oh my god!
Through miraculous means of science, creates the first dish. A dish... the first dish of its kind, which is in fact green eggs and ham. I hear green eggs and ham, Jim, it can't be boiled down to any type of genre.
This is such an old bit.
I know. I'm trying to remember it all.
Ancient bit.
It's really old.
Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss is on Audible.
Let's go!
And, can be listened to. It's narrated by Jason Alexander. It has a 5-star rating with over 1,000 ratings. You can buy it for $2.79 or get it free with a 30-day trial.
22 years old. 22 years old.
And listening to Green Eggs and Ham.
Listening to Green Eggs and Ham. Yep. That's my book of choice, my friend. It's a classic.
It's a good book.
It's a great book. A great book, even.
Yes. And now back to the episode?
Back to the episode, everybody. All right, for your non-political news for the week, it appears that a boy was stuck in a 100-foot... Hold on. Let's rewind that back. I'm just going to read the title. Boy stuck 100 feet at the bottom of a well for 3 days. I didn't think that actually... Written. It's very poorly written. My thing. Here is my thing. So he was, in fact, alive and 5 years old. Oh. How the fuck did he get down there? It is a 100-foot drop.
So, there are multiple things here. One, if it's like a well that I'm thinking of, like a well. Sometimes they have a rope that drops down.
Yep.
So he could have slid down the rope. Two, and this is the one I don't want to think about. Two, if there's a lot of water down there, it can break his fall. And 3, and this is the one I don't want to think about.
Yep.
If he kind of bounced back and forth a lot on the walls.
Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking of that.
It really would have broke his fall. Like, he would have slowed down his vertical descent by kind of bouncing around. He's okay. He's fine now.
All right.
He's out and he's healthy.
Yeah, I think. I didn't read the article.
He's still down there and we're laughing.
No, I mean, they said he was stuck down there. They didn't say he was, not.
The headline says, boy stuck in well.
Yeah, boy stuck 100 feet at the bottom of a well for 3 days. Yeah, no, there is a fourth option, Jim, and it's the one that you really don't want to think about.
What?
Is that someone put him there.
Well, how did they do it without hurting him?
They put him in the little bucket. Because it's the 1750s. And you put that bucket down there. I mean, also, can
you read the article?
One of your theories can't be correct. If there's a bunch of water down there, I highly doubt he was treading water for 3 days.
You can do it.
You can't do it. You can't.
Plus,
at 5 years old.
You can float.
At 5 years old?
I think it's easier to float when you're a baby.
Then why do they give them floaties?
To help. Maybe he had floaties, Christian. Maybe the guy that put him down there gave him floaties because he was a monster, but he was a considerate monster.
Okay, let me go to this fucking article.
Yeah, read the article, Christian.
Yeah, so this was in Morocco. He is alive and well. A lot of different well depth numbers. I'm seeing 200 feet, 90 feet, 100 feet, 120 feet. Yeah, it's very strange. Anyway, but he's good. He's chilling.
But does it say how he got down there?
It just said that he was playing in a nearby area. So I guess motherfucker just tripped.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough. It's also like a Moroccan well, so it's like it's a pit more than anything else.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't say Moroccan well to me like I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, but it's a Moroccan well, No.
So he's fine. No, it's it really is like I'm looking at the picture. It's more of a pit than anything else. So it's not like it's not one of those stone built.
With like the little roof over it.
The little roof over it. Which why would you do that? Why would you? Put
rain doesn't fall into your well.
Isn't that what you want to happen?
It's not a rainwater collector. It's a well. It's different sources. And it might not also be rain. What if it rains frogs? That used to happen.
That happened once.
It happened one time, and they wanted to make sure it would never contaminate their well should it happen again.
We need to make sure that if we ever get frog rain again, these wells don't get contaminated. That's so funny.
You have another article.
Yes. Lessen pain as you... These titles are horrendous. Lessen pain as you age by exercising harder.
Are you
so in case you didn't know, the older you get, you have to work a little bit harder while you exercise, and you'll be healthier. Just in case that wasn't clear. Hardly a headline. Must be a slow news week.
Let me find you...
Oh yeah, and then the little paragraph underneath. Essentially, exercising harder may help you ward off pain due to aging.
Are you on your phone?
I am.
I'm going to send you something. Try not to read it. Just click it and then read the headline when you're in it. Just don't read it. Just click that link. Snapchat. It's going to be over Snapchat.
Oh, don't read it and then read it. Oh, I didn't read it.
Okay.
It's hard not to read something.
And then scroll down to the headline and read that aloud. Because this is what it's reminding me of.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember this so vividly. The rumor comes out. I need to say this for real. The rumor comes out. Nope, sorry. The rumor come out. Does Bruno Mars is gay?
That's what these headlines remind me of because they're so
such
fucking poorly written. The
That's
rumor
such a
come
classic.
out. Does Bruno Mars is gay? And if you don't mind if I read just a little bit of this article.
Please.
Bruno Mars is gay is the most discussed in the media in the few years ago. Even it has happened in 2012. But some of the public still curious about what is exactly happening. And to be the reason there is a rumor comes out about his gay. This is my favorite article of all time.
Dude, I forgot about this. Oh my gosh. About his gay.
The public, especially his fans, are shocked. He just came out with his bad rumor, which is spread massively. This time is not about his music career, but his bad rumor.
Do you know those things that are like when AI wrote blank?
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Oh my god, I think we could definitely do an episode on this
because
I listened to the Distractable podcast by Markiplier, Bob and
Yeah.
Wade. And their most recent episode was titled The Funniest Joke Ever. And the whole episode was dedicated to finding what is the world's funniest joke. And it delved into, well, you know what? Computers can probably figure it out better than we can. So they found two things. One was a bot that listened to like 300 hours of Conan O'Brien monologues. And then wrote stuff. Like you can give it a prompt and it will give you something back. It didn't work out too well.
Yeah, no.
But there was another one, a website they used, and they just put in just typical knock knock. What do you get when you cross two guys walk into a bar? And the results that came out were some of the funniest shit that I've ever heard. I was almost in tears listening to that episode. So we could definitely do like an AI generated episode.
Dude, that would be so much fun.
I want to make a bot watch all of our episodes.
Oh my god!
And then write a script for us.
That'd be so funny, dude. We'll do that one day.
We'll do that one day.
I got one more.
Hit me with it.
This is in weather.
Ah.
New world record. The longest lightning bolt. I want you to guess how long this lightning bolt is.
What the fuck do you mean?
This lightning bolt
How do you...
could be seen across blank. It's hard to phrase this as a question. Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. One single lightning bolt shot across the sky and could be seen from Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi.
That's nuts.
That's fucking crazy.
Did it strike diagonally? I see that, but that doesn't really mean anything to me.
It is going this way.
Yeah.
If that
Weird.
helps. Yeah, nuts. There's a really big lightning
Who
bolt.
determined that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Someone in Texas, someone in Louisiana, and someone in Mississippi all were like, lightning struck! And they were like, you too?
It must be the same one.
Must be the same one.
We can't all be experiencing individual storms.
Some guy in Mississippi was like, guys, I just read the Texas translation of Dracula. This is not what it's about.
I really want to read the
Icelandic. I want to read the Icelandic Dracula.
I feel like it's better.
I feel like, because I read a little bit of the article and it turns out there were just like more characters and more eroticism.
Then it's definitely better.
Because of course. They were just a little extra horny.
Do you want to end on just a couple buttons? Or did you have anything else?
I want to play more buttons.
Yeah, let's do buttons. I really like this game.
Hey guys, if you didn't catch the last episode, or if this is the first episode you're ever listening to, hey, we're going to be playing Would You Press the Button, a game in which you are given a prompt of a good thing that happens to you, but a bad thing happens to you as well, and you have to determine whether or not it is worth it. Will you press the button? So what is this first prompt again?
You get to spend 1 year with the most advanced technology, like technology in 20,000 years, but you're alone.
I'm gonna say
only-
no, just because like I have a wife and I'll miss her. If I was single, probably.
Wow.
But then, like, what would you do with that technology? What would you?
That's the thing is
What-
like we can't even conceptualize what that technology will be.
Exactly. So I'm probably not gonna hit it.
I'm not either. A year is a long time to be alone. We found that out. That's pretty fucking close. That's 58-42. Like most people. Well, most people said they'd do it, but yeah. Anyway, you can go see your favorite band when and wherever they play.
Nickelback.
Fuck you! I
Go-
knew it. I
go
fucking
on.
knew it.
Go on.
But the only time you can listen to their music is at the concert.
What was the first one?
You can go see your favorite band when and wherever they play, but the only time you can listen to their music is at the concert.
So I'm assuming it means like for free because you can go see your favorite artist
Anytime.
anyway. That's just life. That's just how concerts work. Is if I want to go see a band live, I'll do it.
Just
So I
go do
assume it means that like
for
your
free.
transportation fees, your lodging, and your ticket costs are free. That's what I assume it means.
I would assume
And
so.
And if that were the case, I don't know though, because like I love listening to like music when I drive or do
Right.
chores.
Well, it has to be your favorite band and only your favorite band. So whatever your favorite band is, it has to be that.
God, what is my favorite band? Is it AJR? Truly?
That's what I've heard you say.
It's because I like most of their music. The ratio of songs of theirs I like to dislike, I like
Yeah.
most every AJR song.
Yeah.
So AJR,
This is a tough one.
yeah, I'd probably do live.
Really?
I'll hit that button.
Wow. Interesting. I would not. Oh, wow. Most people said not. 57-43.
Wow.
Interesting. All right, we'll do one more.
Okay,
What the fuck?
read it. Read it to me.
It is really complicated. Okay. I'm going to read it as it is. You get ampersand pound semicolon 3,000 or US $ 3,000 for Brits per day. You cannot exchange it for your local currency. Okay. So you get so for Americans, for me and you, we would get 3,000 pounds,
Okay.
but you can't exchange it for your local currency.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you get 3,000 pounds per day,
Yeah.
but you can't exchange. Who would do that? You literally can't use it. You can't.
If you
use
ever went
British
to England.
pounds. Well, yeah. So yeah. So I guess you save up your 3,000 a day, take a trip to England, and go fucking nuts. Just do anything you want to do after a year of saving up.
Right?
Because you
Take
have
a
1 million
yearly trip
pounds.
to England and just blow stacks.
Go fucking crazy. Because yeah, that's about 1 million. Yeah, am I wrong on that? 3,000 a day times 365. Yeah, $1,095,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
A year.
So a yearly trip to England, and you.
I
can
would wait
fucking
like
go
2
ballistic.
years and then retire. At
In
22,
England.
I would just retire and then I'd go to England and live there.
Yeah, right. 2 million pounds.
Although
What's
the
the-
idea of like moving to England really upsets Mimi because like she just spent all this time moving to America and
And
immigrating.
getting acclimated to
So the idea
Yeah.
of like going to England just to move there.
yeah. I don't know if I'd ever leave the country. Outside of travel, I want to travel the world, but like I don't know if I'd ever live anywhere else.
We think we might retire there. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she have dual citizenship?
Yes. She did not
That's-
denounce her English citizenship.
That's sick.
I don't know if you even can. I don't know if that's an option. I don't think
Is that-
I don't think you can get citizenship in America and then just be like, "Hey, England, fuck
Fuck
you."
you.
Like, I don't think you can do that.
Oh, interesting.
Take it. I don't want it.
I mean, if you have the plans to never go back, yeah, I guess why would you do it? Why would you even do that? Because even on the off chance you want to ever go back. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked that question. I'm a dumbass. I didn't go to college. Anyway.
Anyway,
Ugh.
I want to say a huge thank you to Miller, Kansas, Jamie, and Aurora for people that donate to the show on a monthly basis and kind of keep it running visually and auditorily. Make sure it's as pleasing as it possibly can be. If you're able to and would like to do the same, you can go to anchor.fm/anythingbut. That's anchor.fm/anythingbut. Or you can follow the link on saltyslothproductions.com/ABP. There's a link there that says support our show. It'll just bring you to Anchor. But this is to say, we have a website. We have lovely producers, Salty Sloth Productions. And if you go to saltyslothproductions.com/ABP, you will find a hub of, you can find all of our social media links, a little bit about the show. And in the coming weeks and months, more will be getting added to it. By the time this episode comes out, I'm probably going to add an entire other section. I'd like to add a team section, like a little short biography about you, me, Mimi, Seth, Morgan, Ty.
Yeah.
Just have everyone involved with the show. But it's a really good looking website, and we've spent a lot of time on it, so go check it out.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Hey.
we'd like to thank our sponsors, which would be Audible.
Wait.
Hey.
At the time that this comes out, I think I was just recently on an episode of Trauma Tuesdays, which is me and Jim's favorite podcast.
True.
And it went very, very well. They are awesome. They are really awesome. Very accommodating, very nice. And very talented. Very talented at what they do. I ended up doing 2 episodes, so part 1 will be...
You're a month worth of content for them. Because they release bi-weekly.
They sure do. So, I am on... Part 1 should be... I have to talk to Rachel because I don't know if they've changed their posting schedule. Because as far as I know, they haven't posted since the beginning of January.
Yeah, what the fuck, Trauma Tuesdays?
Yeah. Last post was, you can catch us partying in Club Penguin. And that was January 18th.
Oh, okay.
So, January 18th was... So, if they were following their posting schedule, it would have come out on the 1st, but I think that it should be on the 8th. So, on the 8th will be part 1, and then I can only assume that part 2 will be on the 22nd. So, go listen to those. Listen to part 1. It's really fun, and it's really funny, and they're great. Support them, please. They're fantastic, and we're going to have them on our show at some point. That's the plan.
We're going to get them over here. And we're going to have all those girls on our show, and that's going to be fantastic because they're so funny.
They're so funny.
They work so well together, and I'm really excited for it.
Dude, and they're even funnier in person. Like, that sounds weird because we literally hear their conversation.
I'm going to fanboy. Like, I'm going to be like, I know. The thing is, like, I know Rachel personally.
Yeah.
I've known Rachel personally for like 4 years.
Yeah.
But, like, as a collective group, I'm just going to be, like, looking in awe, like...
Yeah. If I hadn't grown up with Rachel, like, we met... Has it been 10 years? No. It's, like, 8 or 9 years ago. If we didn't practically grow up together, like, I definitely would have been more...
Oh, I'm intimidated by them.
Yeah, me too.
I really am.
And it was honestly really frightening. Like, I was genuinely, like, shitting myself because I was like, what am I gonna, I don't know. But, like, they did a really good job at, like, facilitating the conversation to, like, be inclusive and also, like, do their show. Like, it was awesome. It was really,
I can't wait to
awesome.
hear it.
Yeah, they did a great job. And it's super fun.
Oh, and I guess we should say that at some point, we are both going to be on their show as well.
Yes, we're both going to be on their show at some
point. We
point.
will announce that when it happens.
Yeah.
Scheduling these things, especially with the fact that they are based in North Carolina and we are based in Tennessee.
Not only North Carolina, but the far, like, on the coast. So it is very
the
far
coast
away
of
from
North
Tennessee.
Carolina, and
it's like a 10-hour
based
drive
in East Tennessee.
Yeah, it's a long drive.
So it's hard to schedule it, but you are on 2 episodes of Trauma Tuesdays. They will be being released hopefully throughout the month of February.
Woo, yeah.
We will be on Trauma Tuesdays in the future.
Yes,
we'll let you know when.
In the future.
Trauma Tuesdays will be on ABP in the future. We'll let you know when.
Yep. Hey, have I ever told my mushroom story on here?
I don't think so.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was shocked when I realized that because I was like, that is Rachel loves that story. So she like begged me to tell it on the show. So that is one of the first stories that gets brought up in the show.
I
and,
don't think you've
it
ever
was really
told
funny.
me your mushroom story.
Word?
I don't think so. Tell me after the episode ends.
No.
Fuck.
You'll hear it on the show. You'll hear it on TT.
I already have to wait for the Trauma Tuesdays episode to come out. From the moment I finish listening to a Trauma Tuesdays episode, the wait begins for the next. I want
facts.
more, and I'm already like, oh, I have to wait 2 weeks. So not only do I have to wait for another episode, I have to wait for this story as well.
You have to wait for my mushroom story, yeah. It's nuts.
Okay.
I had a very bad trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the one and only time you've ever had mushrooms?
One and only time I've ever had drugs.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I don't do weed.
Fair
I went
enough.
straight to mushrooms. Not a good idea.
Yeah. Not the path I would have chosen.
No, definitely not. Nope.
Well, then I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's a good story. It's fun. But anywho,
We
go listen to
want
that.
to thank
Support
you
them.
for watching. And follow us on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Check us out on TikTok because we're really proud of what we're putting out.
We're close to 500 followers.
Close to 500 followers.
So, we will see you guys next week.
Next week, baby. Bye.
Bye. We might be in the studio next week.
I almost hit stop recording. That was really close.
All right. No, if we record on the 10th, which is next Thursday. I can't think of how scheduling works. So this episode is coming out next Wednesday. We record that Thursday. Yeah, if we record that Thursday, the next episode might be in the studio.
Yeah, this episode comes out on the 9th. We record the studio on the 10th. I can't imagine why Seth would need longer than a week to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be in the studio next week.
Nice.
We didn't tell them that.
This is
It'll
us
be a
telling
surprise.
This will be the black screen.
Yeah, this is the black screen. Hey, we're gonna be in the studio next week. Nothing
Hey,
funny
guys,
for the black screen. Just administrative stuff.
Oh. Hey, guys. Yeah. It's not even like funny. It's not even a joke. This is just we're using today's black screen to be like, and in other news. Addendum. No. Also, we'll just say this, a little teaser. A new studio with some new equipment
and new vibes.
New vibes.
New faces.
Different cameras, microphones.
Yeah,
some good
that's
headsets.
Notice he said cameras.
Cameras.
Plural.
We're talking about a studio here, man.
Yeah, we're doing a studio.
Hey, we'll see you all there.
Yeah, bye guys.
The screen's been black a little too long.
Yeah. Come. Classic.